came to know about BBI through one of my clients that I used to make deliveries with every single day. And this client realized that I might need some spiritual help, so he referred me to BBI, and I came for a session, and a one-on-one session. That was in the Corona era, and I'll say that I've done sessions after sessions because there was a lot. There was a lot going on in my life. So from that family of 5, I'm the only child who has gone through college. And sometimes I'll ask, why all this? And also I'm the only person who is saved in my family. So just wondering why all this, that I've reached to this point in my education. I've also met Christ in 2016. But when you compare me with my siblings, I was the only person suffering. With the first session I came, a one-on-one with Pastor Eddie. And I remember coming out of the office, just on the road, calling my mom, telling her, I feel lighter. I feel like some things have been were holding me back, and I feel lighter from the session. And I remember I had written a prayer request like 3 years ago. I called them the impossible prayer items, and one of them was for me to acquire my own tuk-tuk, just for deliveries and all that. And after the session, that very same month, I was using someone says I was hiring, but the boss called me, told me that you know what, I think business is very, very tough. Why don't you just bring back my tuk-tuk to my place? I did that by faith. But all along that week we were just praying and asking God for a breakthrough. And I remember it was on a Thursday when I returned the owner's tuk-tuk. But the following day I had mine. Just the following day I had mine. And it was a miracle because it was through a friend. I did not have enough money, but we agreed that I'll give him what I had, and the balance I'll pay after 4 months, which I did after 3 months, because now I saw the hand of God, even in the work of my hands, and I'll see doors opening, I'll see clients calling every now and then. I still came for more sessions because I realized that my victory was short-lived, and I could not understand because I was wondering. Personally, for me, I thought that it was a one-time thing, that you go for deliverance, you get prayed, you get prayed over, and also things start working out. You start enjoying the fruits. And I remember I had been a believer like for 4 years before I came into contact with BBI. So things were not adding up. I've been looking for a job for many years. I've been in the Juakali sector since I came out of school, that is 2010. And it reached a point where I realized that I need to change. Maybe the environment where I was not growing. I went to this interview somewhere in Kitui Road. I was with my colleague, a friend of mine, and we went there like 4 times. And every time we'll go, the manager's not in. There are a lot of excuses to why we cannot be interviewed. So I reached out to Pastor Nelly via WhatsApp call. And, we talked. I shared. I know for me, I'll share like a son will share to a mother. She knows. I'll just be open and vulnerable. Because for me, I believe that being open is where we now get the help. And so we talked over the phone. I remember the phone was like almost 2 hours. because Satan also would interfere with the network and all that. And I will start over again. But I love the resilience and the persistence of Pastor Nelly. She'll call, she'll still connect with me. I remember akiniambia, I'm pouring tea in the flask. And I was like, it's very early, but she was there for me. We ended the session. And I also want to mention that my spouse also came for the sessions. Just immediately after I came for the very first one, because I went home and she was like, no, Andrew, I think your face has changed. I think you're shining. And I was like, this is when you meet God, like Moses, you glow. You start glowing because just coming into contact with God. There's one thing that also stood out during that session over the phone. I'm just learning now that Pastor Nelly was in the US and we were doing this over the phone. And I was just telling her that God cannot be limited by anything. And it was fierce, it was difficult. This was the time that I was ready to walk away. And I could see my kids, my 3 kids. I could imagine my daughter not having a father around. But I remembered the words of Pastor Nelly. Please take care of your family. That alone allowed me to stay put. But coming from these sessions over the years, I knew that that's how the enemy works. He attacks. The moment that you think that you've done it well, you've made that progress, then he shows you that you've not done anything. So things became very ugly in my marriage with my spouse. But by the grace of God, we were able to work things out. And sometimes things break, so that they can be made beautiful once again. And since then, my wife and I have really become very close, despite that challenge. Here we are now, and even as I was coming here today, I had shared with her in the morning that I'm going for an interview with Pastor Nelly, and she was for it. Just go and just tell the world what God has done for you, has done for us, because this is God. This is God, and I know that you are going places. It's just the beginning. You are going places. Amen.